You know, I think to myself one day when I was just playing for honor, I want a year of health. And it came from like two thoughts. One is the new Halloween, the new Halloween event mode, which is so great. I think that you should go play it right now. It's so great. Literally my only problem is you did all that work. It should be permanent. Like it should be permanent. You did all that work and it's amazing. They finally used the battle like the guard system to like so we can fight other supernatural creatures, which is great. Like they did in the story mode with the wolves. That's amazing. Like props to the For Honor team, but still, it's a 2 week of limited mode that's just gonna go away. When that work could have been like utilized to do something else. But like I said, that's a good job. And my second thought was Ocelotl. Now, first of all, yeah, of course, every new hero has that honeymoon factor where everyone says like, "Oh, he's so good" and stuff. I mean, heck, I even said it like he was gonna be my new main, but then the honeymoon wore off, and you see all the mediocrity of his whole entire moveset is. The thing is, everyone had the same exact thought of what Ocelotl's moveset was like. Everyone knew, or at least thought, that he was going to have some sort of bleed. Because, his weapon, it does have obsidian blades. And they are meant to bleed out someone, so, they can take them and, do whatever, what Aztecs are known for. And, it was going to have a bleed mechanic around it. I mean, look at his stance. Heavy. He even looks like he's ripping, like, he's slicing it off you. That looks like it does bleed. Now, the thing is, I'm completely okay with him not doing bleed, even though he should have, but I'm okay with it. His moveset isn't like anything special, because the thing is, there's nothing unique about him, and everyone is starting to open their eyes now to these heroes. I mean, he could have been like designed a whole lot better. By the way, this is just me rambling again. I have like 7 points I actually have on a script, but I'm mostly going off the top of my head of what I want to talk about. This is one of those points. But Ocelotl is like, oh, when he gets into his stance, he can walk faster. When they said that on the Warriors Den, I was confused. I wasn't gonna laugh. I was like confused. Unless, okay, walking doesn't get you anywhere in For Honor. Everyone walks because like they're subconsciously doing it. Like even sometimes I literally just try to be like, let me stay in place. But when I lock on, I'm like, dang, I literally, it's subconscious. I can't do it. And even then, it doesn't matter. Walking doesn't matter. Like, of course, you can be like, oh, let me move out the way. But sure, positioning does, sort of matter and stuff like that. But like, let's say we're on like even terrain or whatnot. There's no ledges. There's no map hazards or anything. Just like, I don't know, we're fighting on a blank stage or something. The Belvedere. I think that's a Woodland stage, yeah. No, it don't matter. Walking doesn't matter. Him walking around like that doesn't matter. And then he just has one attack in that stance. The one I was just talking about. And then it's like, okay, if he has one attack in the stance, sure. I mean, I would give him more, but sure. But that one attack isn't even that useful in 1v1s. It's useful in 4v4s because obviously who's gonna suspect a jaguar coming out of nowhere and ripping your skin off? Sure. And the thing is, it does hit like a dopamine factor to not to the equivalent of Centurion's punch and getting that like little stab in. I don't think it does that much dopamine, but it does feel good to get off. But that move sucks, and people will be saying, "Oh no, you're not supposed to use it 1v1s." I'm sorry, we should not. Okay, we should not design a move for like kind of specifically for this move is for 4v4s, this move is for 1v1s. We should like you have them use it in all areas, like BP, perfect example. His little flip, you can use that anywhere in 1v1s. It returns you back to neutral. Like you could use it on JJ, like, oh, just JJ's doing a dodge attack, but I don't know which direction he's coming from. He's gonna go from the like he's gonna do the light version. He's gonna keep going with the heavy version. He's gonna faint. No, because he's been doing like one of the versions, not feigning the entire match. So I'll flip it, and it's returning us to neutral. No one has the advantage. Perfect. That like perfect. And the thing is, if multiple people actually hit him in 4v4s, it flips all of them. Perfect. So it works in 1v1s and in 4v4s. And people are like, oh, it's like, no, just have the move be good in both. My change, the thing is, I don't want to make it feigntable because it still should be a committal move. I actually like when For Honor has committal moves. It's like, and people still get hit by it. I like that a lot. That's why I like Lawbringer's Impale. This is what I would do to the Impale and to Ocelotl's Stance Heavy. I would give it Hyper Armor, I'm gonna be honest. And also, can he like cancel into the stance? It has dodge frames, but who cares? Literally, the only time I ever was feeling myself because I dodged something is when I was playing a game one day, and no, I don't have it on. I don't have it on footage. I wish I did, but I don't. And also, speaking of footage, you're just gonna see random matches going on right now. This video is meant to be listening to the background. Yeah, Shaman was doing. She did her full zone. I stanced the first two hits, and I stanced the last hits, and the heavy was guaranteed. Now the thing is, that made me feel myself. That was really cool. But you know what that also is? Situational. It's situational. Like, I just don't get it, man. Just add a light where it does bleed damage, where he just stabs it inside you or whatever. Or at least give the stance dodge recovery. Because the thing is, what are the benefits of JJ's dodge stance and Nobu's dodge stance? Okay, Nobu's dodge stance is she gains a plethora of attacks from it that hides her indicators. So that's good. She gains like an opener bash. That's cool. And oof, I wish they nerf it, but she also can just like, because she could literally get away with the bash. She could do the bash, but all she has to do is the dodge light attack, which sucks because it has heck of iframes. Who thought that was a good change? That sucks. That's on the equivalent with Dragon Ball Fighters and Beerus's 2M. For no reason, bro. For no reason. But I digress. We're talking about For Honor here. But yeah, what does JJ get? First of all, sure, he only has one attack. One, it's unblockable. Sure, it's unblockable, so even if they be like, oh, I recovered in time, no one's gonna parry that in time. Plus, it's faster than Ocelotl's heavy. And plus, you can dodge. The thing is, it's fast enough where you could get out of the stance to where you could do his dodge heavy, which has extended dodge, which means extended iframes. So he could literally be like Nobu with his dodging game, probably even better than Nobu. And he like, it looks so cool to me. The one who looks coolest in the entire game dodging is Highlander, and I think Highlander is probably the best designed hero. Man, I love Highlander. What I mean by For Honor Year of Health is because the thing is they're working on all this stuff and they save it for all these heroes. I'm just like, I want 1 year where they don't give out heroes. I think that will save a lot of development time, but then again, I'm not a developer, so I could be wrong, but for the sake of the argument, let's say it saves development time. I want a year of health where they just focus on improving the game. Like, just improving it. The thing is, I got this idea from Rainbow Six Siege. They had like an Operation Health, but from all my friends that's like play Rainbow Six Siege, they say that was actually a disaster. I don't know how. I don't keep up with Siege like that. Like, I only literally play it with my friends. I don't play it by myself or anything. But I heard from all my friends that it was a disaster. But I don't know why, but please don't, this year of health don't be a disaster. And I have like 7 points, probably even more, that I want to go off and just say what I would like from a year of health. Number 1 is more maps. Now, I heard from two of my friends gave their opinion on this. They said like, we don't really need more maps. I actually agree, which begs the question why I have it on here. The reason is like, to freshen up the game and stuff like that. And I don't want more just brand new maps like it's created out of scratch. Why don't they just take from previous maps? Take from previous maps, that's like from Tribute, Duel, all the other 4v4 modes. Yeah, just expand on that because I am a samurai. I'm part of the samurai faction, but the ones, the environment, like it's hard to say, but the artistic direction I love the most out of all the factions is the samurai because the nature does not bend to them. I'm pretty sure you hear that somewhere in For Honor lore, is that they try to, but Mother Earth says no. Screw you, weebs. No, while the other factions are like chopping down trees or whatnot and doing that, but no. You see in all the samurai maps, they have to bend towards nature and just make it around nature. They have to like go out of the way to build around nature. They can't force a way through nature like the other factions do. And you see that on one of the maps, I believe it's Temple Garden. Literally one point is under a tree. Like they couldn't get the tree down because yeah, I love the artistic direction where the art team, and because this game looks beautiful, the art team goes crazy with samurai because they think of nature and stuff like that. Now sure, I say my second favorite is like probably the Vikings because I just like snow. That's just my reason. I like snow. And what about a mountain? Or like expand on one of the Vikings maps. Heck, like use maps from story mode and just do a little more new assets and stuff like that. We could have new Dominion maps. But that's all I had to say about that. But like they don't have to be new maps, but it would be appreciated. Number 2 is more huge and crazy balance patches. Now what I mean by this is they need more balance patches. I mean not more balance patches, I'd say more crazy ones and huge ones. What I mean is okay, realistically, how often do we get balance patches? We get one at the start of every season and every mid-season. It's like, come on, man. I'm sorry to say this, but like I don't think that's like good. The thing is, I'd put up with it if they were huge and crazy balance patch changes. Like they literally change everything about at least 8 heroes and stuff like that and make them crazy and stuff. Now, of course, we could have testing grounds for like reworking heroes. That could be in the Year of Health. That's fine. Heck, I really wish that in this Year of Health, they would take their reworks that didn't do so well, like Conqueror. I'm pretty sure everyone hates Conqueror. Everyone hates Conqueror rework. All my friends hate it, man. Everyone hates it. They literally had it like good and perfect with the first one. Okay, I wouldn't say perfect because instead of unblockables, if you don't remember, we had a dodgeable, so you literally could not run away from his heavies. You like to be honest, what I would do, just make the heavies blockable. To make him more unique, he take away his fainting ability because it is a flail, and if you faint with it, it's gonna hit you in your hand and stuff like that. Now the thing is, am I gonna cry if he still has his fainting ability? No, but if they are gonna rework him, but everyone literally had that same idea. Well, you see it on Reddit, where the concept of a Conqueror rework, they did do it in the game with the first like run through. They said, oh, during any heavy, you could just charge it and it becomes unblockable. It's like, yes, do that. That's my perfect Conqueror rework. Blockable, like he could do all these heavies. He can't faint, make him more unique than the rest of the cast. But his mix-up, like, would be more bash reliant, probably, because, he could still soft feint into the bash. When I mean he can't faint, I mean feint the, like, flail. Like, he could soft feint into the bash, though. Like, I don't mind soft feinting into the bash and feinting the bash. Like, you could do that. But, yeah, just do that. Blockable heavies. He can charge his heavies, like while he is heavying with his infinite heavies, he could just charge it. And to make it more unique, take away his ability to feint, because there's a flail. And if you literally feint while wielding a flail, you're gonna get hurt. And just have him soft feint into a bash, well, you could just cancel the soft feint. That's my perfect Conqueror rework. And speaking of like reworks and stuff like that, before I go on to number 3, sometimes I generally wonder do the front of developers change the game? Not change the game, play the game. I love this game to death, and I do not want it to shut down ever. It is one of a kind game. Heck, when I got a gaming PC, this was the first game I bought. But sometimes it makes me wonder, do they play their own game? Because I remember during the Kyoshin stream, I think they were like showing off the Kaze lights for the first time, the Fujin cuts. And they were like, hey, this is prime Genki material and stuff like that. Do they not realize that, do they not realize that they have to consider playing as the hero? They do consider that, but they don't consider the people playing against the hero. That's what I think, man. They don't consider playing against the hero and being like, oh, because the player playing against me and my friend Trey, there's literally an infinite with Kyoshin's Kaze heavy and his lights. You just need to get the timing down. Good thing I only have 6 subscribers, because no one's gonna see this and actually do it. Watch me just get 100k subscribers. It ain't gonna happen, but literally everyone in Fronda picks Kyoshin and does that. That'd be so stupid. But yeah, they literally think about the infinite. Think about the infinite. It's not fun being like, oh, I guess I just don't get to play the game and stuff like that. Which is why I want huge and crazy balance patches. Kyoshin is my main, but dog, oh my gosh, why was he designed like that? You have our first hero with a sheath, a samurai. You don't do anything with the sheath. Now you may be asking, like, J-Man Major, why are you like going crazy over a sheath? Like, it's just a sheath. You're right, but the thing is, you have to think. I think about the history of the sheath, because if you look at Warden and Orochi, every time they put away their weapons, they do an animation like they're sheathing the sword. Now, developers have said that they were going to plan on having sheaths, but I guess the technology was too much. I think that's what the gist of what it said. Like, they couldn't program it right. But here comes Kyoshin with an actual sheath. Now, what does he do with it? Besides executions or whatever, I'm talking pure gameplay while he's locked on. What does he do with it? Oh, he chain bashes and hit him with it. Oh my gosh. And he also crush encounters with it. Yeah, he does crush encounter. He uses it to block the attack, but still. Oh my goodness. If I could, I'm gonna link this one Reddit concept if you want to read it, where this Kyoshin, I'm gonna be honest, I would actually, because the thing is, I would actually pay $20 just to get this Kyoshin. He looks so cool in terms of gameplay, especially like his Yaido stance, which Solid Soul, another Frona YouTuber you should watch, Solid Soul thought he was going to be Yaido stance. I thought he was going to get the Yaido stance. Because, like, why have a sheath? Man, you're doing nothing special with it. But anyway, on to number 3, I'm sorry. On to number 3, this is optional. But I want at least one new game mode before this game ends, and it's Faction Force, which means whatever faction you pick, you're gonna have to play that in this game mode. I don't know what it would be. Take a look at Raven Knight's video. I'm pretty sure he made a new, he made a video about like game mode ideas he came up with his brother. And personally, I'm a fan of him with the infiltration, having to actually use the classes in your advantage instead of, because the classes don't mean anything, and because he said, I'm pretty sure in one of his game mode ideas, the infiltration, he said one match would be assassin, no, not one match, one side would be assassins, you can only pick assassins, and the other one is heavies. But anyway, I'll let him explain it when you watch the video. I'll try to link it, I'll try. But yeah, choose any of Raven Knight's videos. Not videos, the game modes he did in that video. And have that be a Faction Force game mode. Heck, even if you want to do bare bones minimum, pick Dominion, like just make another Dominion where you have to choose a faction. Mostly this is just my bias against Vikings in the faction war, but you know what? Screw it, this is going to be a part of step 3 too. Step 3A or something. Please rework the faction war, man. It is so useless. What is the point? What is the point? Because first of all, yes, the Vikings win, but they just win steel and all that stuff, man. What is the point of the faction war? Like, to win and stuff like that. most people don't even pay attention to the war map. I do because I don't know, I don't care about it, but I just put it on randomly on green, on white, and just call it a day. What is the point? Make it actually matter. This is a game where we're supposed to have a faction war, where all the factions are fighting. I don't care if we don't count the Wulin, although you should. But I don't care if we don't count the Wulin and the Outlanders. That'll be fine. It's just the factions just don't matter. Like, what's the point? Literally, if I recommend anyone this game, I'm just gonna be like, choose whatever faction you want. But if you just want to win every faction war, just choose Vikings. Apparently, people like neckbeards nowadays, like really much. Okay. Step 4: do a Call of Duty with the game modes. Now, what I mean by this is, I'm pretty sure in one of the Call of Duty games, I fell off of Call of Duty. I don't like the series no more, but the thing is, the For Honor developers do this too, is that you could pick multiple game modes and search for that game mode. Because think about it, we'd have a boost in tribute and like skirmish, deathmatch, and all that. All those other game modes they don't play, and it sucks. It actually sucks. All people should be playing your game mode. No, sure, people just like don't like tribute or whatnot. Because maybe the thing is, I'm pretty sure most people don't like tribute and whatnot because they see it's low activity and it's just like, dog, why am I gonna wait for freaking 20 million years for one tribute match with the other side? Like, my team is full of bots and the other team has one guy full of bots. It's just us two in the lobby. Like, just do that. That's what I meant by do a Call of Duty where, like, you know how we have map voting? Do that. Like, just have a party mode. Oh wait, yeah, Slanders said that too. Yeah, just copy what he said. Like, have a party mode where you could have all these game modes and be like, and you could vote what would you want to do next with all the 7 other people that you're playing with. Just do that. Now, number 5, make perks actually be a goal and actually useful. Dog. You know what makes me laugh so much? Literally only 2 perks is useful in the entire perk system, and you have to be a heavy or at least some hybrids to get it. They are Vengeful Barrier and Last Stand. If you don't know what they do, Vengeful Barrier is when you exit Revenge, you gain a 25 health shield for 15 seconds. I'm reading this off the wiki, by the way. The thing is, you may be thinking, oh, it's just 25 health shield. What, dog? It stacks every time you go to a Revenge. So if you're a good ganker, not good ganker, if you're a good anti-ganker, you could, like, by the time you're doing at least, yeah, that's 4, like 25 times 4, you get a full health shield. You just need to last and stuff like that. You need to be good. And Last Stand, when in critical health, which means when you're when your health is blinking red, or at least when you're under 25 health, you gain 40% damage resistance, which means, yeah, you take 40% less damage. And I have seen people survive so much because of this perk. These 2 perks are good. They're useful. I can't say the same dang thing about any other perks. Oh, Supersonic. When in Revenge, you gain a 50% move speed buff and hyper armor sprint, persisting for 10 seconds after Revenge ends. Great, so you're just encouraging, when I get Revenge, if I'm Shinobi, I could just run away for free. Which is like, okay. Rising Dawn, you revive allies to 75% health instead of 50%. Okay, like, okay, sure, it's 75% health, but that's situational. Like, come on, man. I'm trying to think of another useless one. Okay, upon hero kill, your next attack deals 30% bonus damage. That kind of sucks because, like, it's situational too. Like, what if you throw a light at your opponent? Does that, I don't know, but does that go away? Because that kind of sucks because lights are easily blocked and they don't. Because at least heavies, it even says on the wiki here, it works on block. You can, at least with heavies, it does chip damage, and thank God this game doesn't have chip death. Thank the Lord Almighty. But yeah, perks need like an actual overhaul. Because it's a shame when literally there's no argument, I won't have any debates. Vengeful Barrier and Last Stand are the only useful perks. The thing is, you have to be a heavy, or at least certain hybrids to have it. That sucks so much. The thing is, sure, they got rid of that gear stat system. Because, yeah, it was overpowered and stuff. But still, they need to do something. Because, and I want it to be a goal because my friend, like, asked me, like, oh, you say this perk is useless and whatnot. Why do you have it? The thing is, I have it by complete coincidence because I don't care. I'm literally going for drip on my For Honor hero. What I think looks cool on him. I don't care about, like, the thing is, on heavies, I go for, oh, do I have Vengeful Barrier and Last Stand? Okay, well, this is good to go. GG easy. Okay, I built my tank. I'm gonna try to rework one right here. I'm gonna try to rework one. It's gonna be hard, but let me see. How about when shields up, when revived, receive a 100 health shield for 15 seconds, or at least 75 health shield. Make it worth getting. Vengeful Barrier and Last Stand is worth it. Fresh Focus. Okay. I was thinking of a really crazy idea, but that's like feats. That's like, I was thinking of a really crazy idea, but that's, yeah, that's a feat thing I was thinking in my head. How about when exhausted, you just gain stamina back now? You could tweak the numbers to what you think is fair. How about when you're out of stamina, you regenerate 30% faster? I don't know if that would be overpowered or whatnot, but we could definitely do some number tweaking. Just like with by the way, I forgot to say this about the balance patches. They can't just, like, in the game development thing. Now, far be it from me, I'm not a game developer. They can't just change some numbers about some attacks and just, like, about in a lot of heroes. They just need numbers changed. Anyway, back to my original point about perks being actually useless, except two. I'll do one more rework. Let me do one more rework. Radiant Rebound. The thing is that I'm just going to change it entirely. It originally is upon spawn or being revived, gain a 20% movement speed buff for 10 seconds. Because the thing is, it's rebound. How about something on parry, since it's rebound? How about on parry, you do... I don't want to say 10%, what about 7%? Like I said, you could adjust the numbers and whatnot. My point is, I'm just trying to... And the thing is, you could disagree. Maybe my perk reworks just suck. You could think of it something better. Let me know what you think in the comments, but most of these don't matter. Only two of them matter. And some of them are situational at best and useless at worst. That sucks. That absolutely sucks. Now, on to number 6. This is, remember, this is year of health, so that means they can work on this or whatever. And this year, entire feats rework across the board. Now you may be asking, J-Man, what do you mean by this? I mean, number one, all projectile feats, I would rework them. I would take them out of the game and encourage a certain playstyle. Now, let's say we could literally just fit it in there because they did it for Kyoshin. I may not like Kyoshin's movesets, but I love his, like, passive perks. Because they encourage you, like, they do encourage you to full block, which sucks, but at least it's encouraging a playstyle. He's not actively doing that unless it's his tier 3, but it's neither here or there. But then he's, like, encouraging a playstyle to do something, and he's not. And the thing is, my problem with feats these days are it's just a win button. It's Zanny playing Star Wars Battlefront 2 with Anakin Skywalker. It's a win button. I mean, look at all the samurai. I'm pretty sure all the samurai have this one, except for Shinobi. Hold on, I'm actually gonna check that later, but I don't know. They have longbow, which 50 damage, which is like at least half your health, for just one touch of a button. Now, I saw this, like, video a few years ago, but if you want to keep projectiles in this game, they can't just be win buttons. They can't just be damage button. GG easy. I just got a free damage just because of that. Number one, like, this guy, I forgot his name, but he said, like, you would actually have to aim it, like, actually manually aim, no aim assist, and they don't have drop off, so you could actually snipe someone. Now, of course, if you're in the way of it, you know, that little exclamation mark over your head when you're being aimed at something, you would have to, like, look out for that. And you know what? It wouldn't be like, hey, he just used longbow. Now he just won easy, free. I couldn't react in time to a longbow. I guess I lose. Instead of that, it could be like, wow, this guy actually sniped me from across the map. You are like really good. You're really good at longbow. That's really cool. Now that's the first option. My second option is take it out and encourage a playstyle with that hero. I'm gonna name some, but I'm sure you could think of some yourself. Kensei. Now in his playstyle, I love Kensei. His playstyle though is cool. You know, he's all about that top heavy attacks and mix-ups and all that. So longbow, we're gonna replace it with instead of Nature's Wrath, how about Kensei's Wrath? All Nature's Wrath can be feigntable. Since it's a tier 3, let's go a little crazy. All Nature's Wrath can be feigntable and unblockable. Now the thing is, if it's too much, the thing is it's active skills, not passive, so it's not every Nature's Wrath, but it's like I said, it's like Yoshin's tier 3, you have to activate it. It's like an active, you have to activate it. Now if this is too much, you could say that it's feigntable. Because, hey, what if you're fighting a warden and you activate this feat, but he doesn't know it? And he's going to be like, oh, this is a free question counter. Little does he know, you fainted, you get a free CC dodge, and you get a free heavy. GG easy. Like, of course, that could use some tweaking or whatnot, but still, it's like, it's better than just being like, oh, lol, I'm just going to aim this bow at you and you die. Now, ooh, Berserker. Berserker, ooh, I hate this. I hate it so much. I hate it. Throwing axe. We're gonna change this because the thing is, I believe historically Berserkers like did drugs. I think so. Because the thing is, he does like allude to that when he's doing Berserker, like the tier 4, right? He looks like he's popping a pill or something. Again, he's raising his speed, attack, and defense. So how about this one is I want to make this unique. This one is a bash. You know, like a Fira. But except it's not feigntable, and it's free punishable, and it takes forever. I wouldn't say forever. I don't know the exact MS, but not long has Medjay's grab animation, like his Medjay's grab, but not as fast as like Afira's bash. That sucks. You need to actually react to it, because the thing is, this could be used in your mix-up. Now, the thing is, I would say he drugs you. This is a grab that if Berserker gets on you, he will put some drugs in your mouth, and now your vision is just sorted or whatnot. Actually, no, that kind of hypocrite. So your vision is not distorted, but it could be like that if you want to get really fun with it. I'm trying to think of some other ideas that the drugs could give you if he forces it into your mouth. Now, I know George is saying, like, how they're gonna put it in the, like, warden's mouth and all the knights if they're covering their face. My only solution to that is don't think about it. If Lawbringer, the most armored person in this game, can get hurt by anything except Shigoki. I mean, wait, if Lawbringer could literally get hurt by everything, which realistically he should only be getting hurt by Shigoki, since he can crush, like, Shigoki in real life could crush his bones inside the armor thing. But I'm pretty sure he would be invincible to, like, every other blade in the game. If all the knights can get hurt by that, I'm pretty sure that, I don't know, just put it in the mouth, I don't care. Or, to solve that issue, just have it like he grabs them and throw drugs at their face, so they're forced to smell it. He just grabs them and poofs, abracadabra, he poofs them in the face. If the thing is, they're not gonna do this, but it'd be cool if it was like it applies confusion to the enemy. Confusion is a new debuff that Berserker can give you from this tier 3, which makes you randomly lock on to your teammate and throw a random heavy. I thought of that from Final Fantasy, from the Confused debuff. It makes you hurt your allies. Like, it makes the party member hurts their allies and enemies because they don't know what's going on. They're confused. So that's what I would do for the tier 3. Now the thing is, oh my gosh, I'm gonna get to Orochi. Kunai. Oh my gosh. Tier 2. Tier 2, and he throws a dagger, like, if you're just like one health away or whatnot, you think you get this comeback against the Orochi? Nah, lol, GG, Kunai. I'm trying to think of rework. Remember, this is not scripted. I'm thinking this at the top of my head. I'm trying to encourage a certain playstyle. Okay, hold up. This is editor J-Man Major here. Just ignore what I said right here. I like proposed a rework for Kunai, but it just sucked. It just sucked. All right, continue on. Let me know in the comments what you would do to Kunai and change it from like a unique thing that encourages a playstyle. Now, I have most tier 4s, they like are AoEs. I don't know, I'm not gonna sit here and rework all of them. I just gave you a few ideas I had. But I would have, like I said, replace them and just Actually, just make it more balanced. Just make it Fire Flash more balanced. Just make all of them more balanced. The only broken one that can stay is Fear Storm, because that's just my bias against Highlander. I'm joking. I'm joking. It's fine. Fine. Spirit Storm can go too. But yeah, just encourage a playstyle and be passives. Cause like I've been saying that in this video, Kyoshin's tier 1 and 2 are the perfect idea how to implement feats that's unique to a hero. Have it do a certain encourage a certain playstyle. Oh, and tier 4 feats. The reason I said like nerf the AoEs is because they can stay as the way they are now. I mean, because the thing is, I always consider tier 4s to be ultimate abilities like the heroes have in 4v4s. That's what I always consider it as. But hey, let's move on. Number 7. This one's like a two-parter. Part 1 of number 7. Revenge rework in this year of health. Dog, I don't know how many times, countless. I've been through so much babysitting. Like, oh my goodness. If you aren't aware of what babysitting is, basically, you know what? You should be aware of what babysitting is. You're watching this video on For Honor. Essentially, I hate babysitting. It's just so boring and stagnant. They need to do something that discourages the crap out of babysitting. And discourages the crap out of full block heroes, Kyoshin, BP, I'm looking at you, Valkyrie. Every full block hero from just sitting in full block. They need to do something that discourages that. Now, if we could, people have been talking about this, but if we could, I would have it work on proximity system instead of tag base. The tag based system sucks, guys. I'm sorry to say this, but it sucks, Fauna devs. It just doesn't make no sense. Like, the only time when it worked was when we were just starting out in the game. The thing is, I didn't play it day one. I guess it didn't interest me, but, you know. But I'm pretty sure it worked at the beginning of the game because everyone's like, hey, that guy is an enemy. Kill him. Let's just keep throwing attacks on him. It will work somehow. Now, everyone that played since day one and has stuck around with the game is a veteran, and they're just saying, okay, I'm just not going to attack you since it's a tag system. It don't matter. What I would do for a revenge rework is, first of all, proximity based if we can. But let's say we can't, and we're just, because like I said, I will repeat it, I'm not a game developer, but okay, let's say if we can't do proximity based. I wish we could, we can't. We have to do tag system. Okay, increase revenge gain across the board. Slander's had that idea before. I mean, please go check out his channel. I like most of his takes, but there's some things I disagree with, but he's a pretty good guy. Like, I love his hero concepts, especially the knight with the greatsword, but now's not the time to gush over it. Gush over him. Basically, you should not be able to 100 someone. You shouldn't be able to 140 someone. I'm not 140. You should be able to 0 to 40 someone without them getting revenge. Like, come on, bro. That's so stupid. That's so stupid we have infinites like that that can actually take you out like that. That's why we need to increase revenge gain. And if we could, the thing is, I'm still going off like if we're stuck with the tag system. If we could have it register, like have it remember. Have at least the tag system remember. Stop being like, oh, like, cause why does the tag system have a timer? If you don't know what I mean, play like some, at least 2 of your friends and go like into training or something. And attack like your friend, or like attack your friend, like another friend's on your team, and you and your friend start attacking your friend. Like, let's say a Lawbringer and PK attack the Warden. Now the thing is, of course he's gonna get revenge because they're attacking at the same time, but then stop. Just then stop. Now one of you attack. Oh, now you see that the revenge doesn't even go up. Because, like, it's a tag and it forgets. Why is it forgetting? If we can get rid of the tag timer, as I'll call it the tag timer, get rid of it forgetting that 2 people are there, if you can. And now you may be thinking like, oh, but we're going to see a lot more revenge. That's the whole That's the whole point of revenge. It is an anti-ganking tool. It sucks getting anti-ganked. I mean, not ganked. It sucks getting ganked. Now, don't get me wrong. It can be fun. Like, there are moments where I'd be like, GG easy 2v1, 3v1. And anti-ganking is cool as crap. Why do you think so many people watch Varam? I love Varam, man. And he makes anti-ganking look cool like my friend. He makes anti-ganking look cool with Warden and stuff like that. Anti-ganking is cool, but it shouldn't have to be unfair. It shouldn't have to be like, oh, like, you should get that based off of skill, which people still do get anti-ganking off of skill, but it shouldn't be like, wow, I'm surprised you anti-ganked, instead of like, oh wow. Yeah, no, it shouldn't be, I'm surprised you anti-gank. It should be, wow, you anti-ganked, you're so cool, because you're like, you took so much skill and stuff like that. You knew how to get revenge and stuff like that. You defended well, and the tag didn't forget that you were there. On to my next point about like anti-ganking. This is like 7 part 2, by the way. Just a little change. Here's what I want for anti-ganking. Bash armor. You know what sucks about parrying? You're completely vulnerable to anybody with a damage bash. Looking at you, Mr. Toe Stealer. You are vulnerable to Gladiator coming out and sucking your toes and getting your little wigglies. And you can't do anything about it. It sucks. You legit can't do anything about it. Now, you may be thinking, what about, like, what am I thinking about bash armor? The thing is, we already have some of it. Just, it's called spawn armor. When you spawn in the game, you are invincible for a time. So, I don't know why that during the whole parry animation, give the developers could give you spawn armor. Call it, I'm gonna call it bash armor. They could give you spawn slash bash armor, and you're like immune to bashes, and you're immune to you know, you're immune to bashes, but I don't know about feats. I don't know about feats, but like I said, I would take both, but if I had to choose one, I'd rather be immune to bashes, because it sucks if I parry, someone's just gonna be like, oh, let me get those feet, you know? I've been saving one for my collection like the clown from DVD. It sucks, you just can't do anything about it. It just sucks. Anyway, I'm sorry if I rant and go on for like too long. I just really want to make my point across, and I hope the Verona developers please see this video. It's unlikely, but then but I still want my opinion, at least on the internet, on what they should do. Now, do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? What are your points if you'd like to see a viewer health? Do you have any ideas? Do you think I sucked in this discussion video? Do you think I could prove on anything? Leave a comment down below, like and subscribe, and I'll see you later, man. Peace. Cause that's the only way we can go.